coming out of college, your experience level just simply isn't there. So getting started can be challenging to earn the trust, particularly of, older established individuals who are preparing for retirement, right? Um, I think one of the ways that young advisors are able to be successful and successful more quickly is to appendage themselves to older, more successful, experienced advisors, and really focus on being a sponge and trying to learn as much as you can from the successful advisors within the practice that you're operating in. So I think, at least, we get into the profession to do financial planning, and you want to help families achieve their financial goals. And you get into the industry and you realize, okay, you also have to get compensated in some capacity. So there can at times be, depending on where you begin, you almost get this wake up call that it's at times a sales oriented industry, just to be frank. And that can create some internal conflict on, are you acting in the best interest of the client at all times? And that's why now, as a CFP and a fiduciary, that's really what I was always striving to be and to achieve. So I think that is a rude awakening for some folks that get into the industry with good intentions. They realize some of these positions tend to be more sales focused than maybe they thought. And the more repetition you get, the more confidence you get, the more scenarios that you see. And then you realize, okay, this is the sound advice. I've done it once, I've done it twice, I've done it 10, 15, 20 times now. And, it's the right thing to do. So repetition really is key to building that confidence and to being able to really show that, hey, I know what I'm doing, and this is the right thing to do for you and your family. From a new hiring standpoint, I know that one of the questions you kind of teed up for us is some of the strengths versus maybe some of the weaknesses of individuals trying to enter the field. And I think first and foremost, his strength is, I think, technology. I mean, you talk about the fintech world as it stands. I think these younger individuals coming into the field have a leg up, obviously, on the more seasoned advisors. I do think one of the potential drawbacks of new, particularly advisors coming in, can be twofold. I think the relational side can be challenging, to being able to build those relationships, particularly when someone is a numbers cruncher by nature, and can be very, very bright, but struggles to connect with folks and have that relational component. Those folks might be better suited for the CFA role, or what we call chartered financial analyst. And that kind of segues. I think a lot of folks get into the financial planning industry, and what they really want to do is actually build portfolios, Jeremy. And we like to make this distinction. A lot of times folks that are building portfolios behind the scenes are those chartered financial analysts, not necessarily financial advisors and certified financial planners. It's a bit of a different role. So I think that can sometimes be a drawback as well, which is just expectations.
For over a century, Farmers National Bank has stood strong. Through booms and busts, peaks and valleys, we've learned to know the seasons and how to grow in each of them. During challenging times, everyone is reminded of the value of solid relationships in both life and business. Farmers, stand strong.